Bak.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Centennial College'da sertifika, diploma, lisans programları ve ekonomik eğitim fırsatlarını Minci'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Minci, the stage is yours now.
Thank you so much, Zainab. Right, so hello, good afternoon, everyone. Those of you who are in Turkey, and good morning from here in Toronto. Thank you so much for joining me today in Centennial College IEFT Talks webinar. So I would like to share a presentation with you today about Centennial College. Please just give me a moment to share my screen. Right. I hope everyone can see my screen well. Right. Yes. Again, welcome greetings from Centennial College in Toronto. I am seeing some of the messages in the chat box, but unfortunately, if I show you my full screen, I'm unable to see your questions or your comments. So if ever, just keep writing your questions, and I will be able to answer them after I'm done with my presentation. Again, my name is Minji Han. I am an international admissions assistant for international education. I'm currently in charge of the Southeast Asian market as well as the Middle East market. Right, so Centennial College continues to rise as a leader in international education. We are actually the first publicly funded college in Ontario, Canada. And we are also known as the largest international education department across entire Canada. So for the past 6 years in a row, we have been the #1 college choice for international students in Canada. So as you can see on the presentation, our current enrollment for international student is more than 13,000, and in total, it comes up to 13,566 international students based on the 2018 and 2019 data. And we're currently receiving students from 150 different countries from all over the world. And Centennial College received the gold medal for leadership development at the 2018 World Federation Colleges and Polytechnics Awards of Excellence. We also received the gold medal for internalization excellence from Colleges and Institutes Canada. Next, would like to show you our campuses across Toronto. So currently we have 5 campuses and 1 learning site inside Toronto. So on the very upper left corner, you're seeing the Ashton B Campus. So the Ashton B Campus is home to our transportation programs. So namely automotive technician, truck and coach, other automotive related programs would be held in Ashton B Campus, as well as the early childhood education program is also offered in this campus. On the lower left corner, you're seeing the Story Arts Center. So the Story Arts Center is home to the School of Communication, Media, Arts, and Design. So in this campus, you'll be able to see programs such as animation, graphic design, advertisement, communications, theater, music, journalism. So all kinds of programs like this. Story Arts Center is located in the heart of Toronto, which is downtown Toronto. So I'm sure those of you who are thinking of joining one of these programs will you will enjoy the environment around the campus. The Progress Campus is the campus in the middle of this slideshow. So this campus is actually our main campus. This is where our Centennial College started. Our international education, myself, we are located here in this campus. Currently, Progress Campus is home to hospitality programs, majority of our business programs, and also our engineering programs. On the upper right corner, you're seeing the Morningside campus. So the Morningside campus is home to our health-related programs, as well as we have some of the engineering programs being offered in this campus as well. On the lower right corner, you're seeing our one and only learning site. So learning site, it means that it's not an entire campus, but we're taking some parts of the building so that we can make use of it. So in the Eglinton Learning Site, it's just nearby Story Arts Center. We offer the English language program as well as some of the postgraduate programs. And lastly, I'm happy to introduce you to our Downsview Campus. This was just opened recently. It's just that because of COVID, we were not able to enjoy fully the campus. So it opened last September for students to come in. The campus is a new home for our long-running aviation technician programs. So we are one of the very few schools, very few colleges in entire Canada, Northern America, to offer aviation programs. So this is delivered by our School of Engineering, Technology, and Applied Science. Canada ranks 5th in the world as a global experience supplier, as a global aerospace supplier, So this 72 million campus is the first step towards creating an aerospace training and research hub for the development of new technologies in Ontario. So key partner industries include Bombardier Aerospace. Bombardier donated this Canadian-made jet, the one you see in the middle, the CRJ-200 jet, after more than a decade of close collaboration in support of aerospace education, skills training, and research and development. Centennial College dedicated its new campus at Downsview Park to Bombardier Aerospace. So those of you who are interested to join aviation programs or aerospace manufacturing programs, you will be studying in this campus. We have our own aircraft. We have a very good number of professors, instructors who are actually coming from the industry. Great. So I mentioned to you our campuses. Now we will, I would like to introduce you to our schools. So on the slideshow, you will be able to see we have 7 schools in total. So to start off, the School of Advancement. So these programs include ELL programs. These are the ESL programs. We also have pathway programs to universities. So we have a number of partner universities here in Toronto, such as University of Toronto, University of Trent. So students have the opportunity to join the 2-year program that is offered in our college. So it's the program name is also called Liberal Arts Transfer to University of Toronto, Transfer to University of York. So if you're planning to join a university later on, this is another option for you to consider. So if the credits that are taken here in Centennial College could be transferred over to when you move on to university, right? And we have the business school. In the business school, we have different areas of business, unlike in the universities. It's very clear what kind of area it is. But in colleges, because it's very skill-based, you have different areas in just one business, right? So we have insurance, we have marketing, accounting. In just accounting itself, we have 4 different programs. So there are a various number of programs in the business field. This is true for all other schools. We have programs in schools of communications, media, arts, and design, School of Community and Health Studies, such as massage therapy, personal support worker, health, environmental programs. And on the next school, you'll be seeing the engineering, technology, and applied science. So in this school, we are talking about the engineering programs, the different areas of engineering, such as architectural, mechanical design, construction management, software engineering, all kinds of engineering that you can think of. School of Hospitality, Tourism, and Culinary Arts would focus mainly on the hotel operations, tourism, culinary, baking arts, and all kinds of these programs. The School of Transportation, as I mentioned earlier, we have the automotive programs and the aerospace aviation programs. Right, and I'm also happy to tell you that Centennial College is a designated Canadian learning institution with an approved COVID-19 readiness plan. So this means that Centennial students can travel to Canada with a valid immigration papers and the college's support. So on October 20, 2020, Centennial College was named one of the very first 4 colleges in Ontario to have an approved COVID-19 readiness plan. So this includes pre-arrival communications, webinars, a quarantine plan with supporting documents. Currently, we are actually offering mandatory rides from airports to where the students are living if the students are currently residing in the GTA area, and as well as check-ins and COVID-19 testing. So we have dedicated number of nurses who are able to visit where you're staying so that we could do the COVID-19 testing as well. Right? Centennial also has partnered with Switch Health to provide on-site tests for students and their co-arriving family. Students receive additional support by way of specialized programming and social media community building, encouragement, as well as supported quarantine procedures, and then transition to the campus if the program is being offered in a hybrid mode. Students also have the option to start studying online from outside Canada and further continue their studies offline when everything gets better. Right? Yes, and as per the Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC offers flexibility in post-graduation work permit to help international students. And anytime studying online from outside Canada will be counted toward the length of postgraduate work permit until April 30th, 2021. So we are seeing a lot of changes currently. Just recently, the Prime Minister of Canada announced that there will be mandatory COVID testings being done at the airport in Montreal, Vancouver, and Toronto. So this is something new, and we're also waiting for new policies with regards to the quarantine hotel itself. So there are huge changes going on at this time. So it's always best to go into the website of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, and you can see any updates with regards to your study permit, postgraduate work permit, and even the traveling. Okay. And going on to the next slide, I would like to give you some program highlights now. So this is, these are some programs that are part of the School of Hospitality, Tourism, and Culinary Arts. Right? So in Food and Tourism Studies, we have Baking and Arts, Pastry Arts, Baking Skills, Culinary Management, Culinary Skills, Food Media, Food Tourism, Hospitality, and Tourism Travel Services. So if you see right next to the program name, you're able to see how many years it will run for. So 1 year would be exactly 8 months. So one semester will run for about 4 months. So 1 year would technically be about 8 months. If you study 2 years continuously without any break, then that would be 16 months. So technically you can complete a 2-year program in 1.5 year, and you could also receive the postgraduate work permit that is valid for 3 years. Right, so the the lower part of the slide, you're seeing the hospitality management programs. We have hospitality hotel operations management, food and beverage management, hotel resort restaurant management, hospitality foundations, special event planning, event management. So these hospitality programs are being offered in a fully online mode. So if you are interested to studying any of these programs, you will be studying online. We have a very good online platform set up, and the hospitality and the business programs were one of the very first programs to be starting online last summer 2020 when the COVID just started. So we have a very stable, well-established platform for these programs. I'm sure you have questions about how is the culinary and baking done online. So it's not just like as if you're watching a YouTube video and you're just completing some recipes. So there will be an interaction between the students and the professor, which is the largest difference between just watching a YouTube video and joining a college program. Right? And there will be evaluation, definitely. There won't be tasting, but there will be evaluation on different theories as well. So once we go back to normal, definitely we would open our labs for students to complete their work integrated learning, which is another way it's called, it's internship. So students will definitely have the chance to do the hands-on activity as well if things get better, right? And some of the other program highlights for School of Engineering, Technology, and Applied Science. We have cybersecurity, aerospace, architectural, biotechnology, software, computer. So these are just names of our some of the programs. If you check out our website, we have a whole lot of different programs in that engineering, School of Engineering itself. So the programs that I highlighted, these programs are some programs that are being offered in fast track mode. So Centennial College does offer programs in a fast track mode, which means that this fast track is like an opportunity for students who already have a bachelor's degree, at least 3 to 4, or if they don't have a full bachelor's degree, they could combine some of their academic years plus their work experience. And if they would like to join a 2-year program, they could just complete it in 1 year, but get a 2-year diploma. Or if they would like to complete a 3-year program, then they would just have to do the 2 years because they've already have a good experience, and they could get a 3-year advanced diploma upon graduation. So I'm sure a lot of you joining me today here, you have your university, you have your master's. Some of you may have a very good experience already in the field. So those of you who are interested in these programs, feel free to email me later on about the fast track programs. This is a very good skills and employment focused program that we're offering. And I would just like to show you some of our examples of the virtual labs. So as of this time, we do have hybrid programs that are running on campus. However, those programs that are not able to run on campus because of the capacity, we are offering lab programs for students being done online. So this is just an example of how the virtual lab for electromechanical engineering technician, automation and robotics program are doing it, right? To be honest, I don't know how to read this one. I'm sure some of you already noticed what it is, but yeah, for those of the experts here, check it out. And this is another virtual lab for aerospace manufacturing engineering technology. Okay? Another example of a virtual lab for aerospace manufacturing technology as well. And I would also like to introduce this program. All right, so the pandemic has resulted in a surge in software engineering jobs. Definitely this time, companies in all sectors are using more technology to work remotely, and IT work is one of the most adaptable for remote work. So IT professionals are actually on demand, needed to develop and maintain health systems and process massive amount of health data. Our health informatics technology grads are currently in high demand, right? So this program, Health Informatics Technology Program, will combine knowledge of software engineering and healthcare systems. And in this advanced technology program, you'll be able to learn how to design, develop, and maintain the next generation of electronic health record applications and other exciting software products. Right? And going on to the next slide, health informatics as part of the software engineering. So under the umbrella of the School of Engineering, this program will cover these objectives: object-oriented software design methodologies, user-oriented. Right, so these are some of the examples. And on the next slide, these are some of the possible career options that you may consider if you graduate from this program. Areas of employment, after graduating from this program, you have IT department of hospitals, medical software companies, research organizations, e-commerce companies. Okay? And this is actually Centennial's wearable, interactive, and mobile technology access center in health. So we call this WIMTAC. This is actually developing a novel portable ventilator to assist with respiratory care for COVID-19 patients. So they will be produced using 3D printers. We have a 3D printer on campus as well. These are available at the Downsview Campus that you saw earlier, which was just opened recently, and Progress Campus. The ventilator will be able to connect wirelessly to a mobile device, enabling attendants to remotely monitor and control air oxygen flow to patients. Okay. So this is what's actually being done in Centennial College right now. So as you can see, we're very fast in the technology area, especially during these times. We're focusing really on the health-related programs as well. Another program highlight for business school and communications, media arts, and design. So as I mentioned earlier, these are just a very few programs from Centennial College. We have a whole lot of different programs being offered. Please take a look at the slide. Right. And I would also like to introduce to you that we have different credentials being offered. So once you graduate, you would be able to have, if you come to our college, you can choose whether to get a Ontario College Certificate or Ontario Graduate Certificate. You can also get a Ontario Diploma, an advanced diploma. And yeah, this is pretty much it. So graduate certificate programs are a little bit different to our post-secondary programs. So this means that for students who have completed bachelor's degree of 3 to 4 years are able to apply for the postgraduate programs. And these programs offer internships and field placements with prospective employers, eligibility for designations from Canadian professional associations. So if you go to our website, later on if we have time, I could show you how to navigate our website. You would be able to see for each program what kind of accreditations you would be able to get after completing the program. So we do have a very good relationship with these associations. For programs, you would be able to get, if you graduate from this program, you'll be able to get this kind of designations, this accreditations, different names. Like for the aviation program earlier, It's not a grad certificate program, but after completion of the two-year or three-year program, the students will be able to get an opportunity to take the licensing test, which requires like a number of hours for students to complete if they don't go through Centennial College. But if they are graduates of Centennial College, they would be acknowledging about 18 hours of that licensing program. So once they graduate, they're already halfway through that licensing, right? So these are some of the benefits of joining a very well-known college in Canada, right? So high quality Canadian credential, we call, as I mentioned earlier, once you finish a one-year graduate certificate program, you would be getting Ontario College graduate certificate. Currently, we have 37 master's degree pathways for Centennial College's postgraduate programs. This means that once you complete the postgraduate program from Centennial College, there are 37 master's degree options for you to consider if you would like to further pursue a academic pathway, right? So university degree or college diploma is required for admittance for these programs. Another thing to add before we go on to the fast track programs for students, there are a lot of students who think that they cannot join postgraduate programs because they're concerned of the postgraduate work permits because it only runs for 1 year. Don't have to worry about that. You have the option to complete 1 year and another 1 year of another postgraduate program. So we call it back to back. So you could also consider this option if there is, if you have two postgrad programs that you're interested in. That's a very good option. And we are currently offering a very good amount of scholarship for students who complete one program and proceed on to the other program. So if you're interested, please let me know later on. Okay? Fast track programs, as I mentioned earlier, these are very cost-effective, shorter, meaning for the 3-year program can be done in 2 years, 2-year program can be done in 1 year, right? It's very employment-focused. And our programs, not only these fast track programs, but our entire programs are very connected. We are very closely related with the industry. The nature of colleges are really is really like that, but we have something called the Program Advisory Committee. So these are companies, our partner companies, locally and internationally, who are giving us advice whenever we launch a new program or a new course, right? So the companies are actually the ones who advise us what kind of skill sets, what kind of theories the students would have to know once they graduate. What kind of experience will the student need? And so these are actually the demands of the workplace. Right? So this is actually what we prepare our graduates for. So when they go actually to the workplace, they don't just learn about the theory, but they know how to deal with the machines, with the software, all kinds of stuff, right? So we are actually making these graduates ready to be hired. Right? So more hands-on than traditional research-focused grad studies in university masters or a PhD degree program. Block transfer of credits for your previous education. That's what I mentioned earlier. So you get that 1 year credited from the entire year. And the applicants must be reviewed and approved by the program coordinator for admissions. The benefits of fast track programs: you could obtain a Canadian work experience with a field placement or co-op. These fast track programs and some of the business programs, we do offer a co-op stream. So it's not guaranteed upon admissions, but we would have to check your grade. We would have to consider if you've taken these number of courses. We have to know if you've taken the communications English courses. So there are a number of eligibility criteria, but this co-op is a very good experience for our students to gain Canadian experience, right? So I'm sure a lot of you already have experience from back home, from some other countries, but Canadian employers are definitely looking for students who already have that Canadian experience. And the co-op is a very good opportunity for students to gain this, right? So the co-op does not run only for one semester. There are some programs that are wherein co-op is run for only one semester, but for engineering programs, we do offer 2 semesters, 3 semesters co-op. So this means that it's not just a number of weeks that you're going in to just check what's going on in the company, but this is if it's up to 3 semesters, you're going in for about 1 year, 1 full year. It's not part-time. Co-op is actually being offered in full-time. So it's like you're actually working for that company for about 1 year, right? So this is where students not only gain Canadian experience, but they also secure their full-time jobs before they even graduate, right? So this is, I really would like to encourage our students, if ever you have any plans to come to Canada and to Centennial College, co-op is a really good opportunity for you, right? And this way we become job ready in a very short period of time, right? And once you're done with the fast track programs, you're eligible for the 3-year Canadian postgraduate work permit. And we have a very high quality credential, which is the Ontario Advanced Diploma or an Ontario College Diploma. And we do have a very few degree programs. This is not really an interest of our international students because you already have it from back home, or if not, you really want to learn the employment focused, the skill-based programs, which are the 2-year, 3-year diploma programs, right? So just to let you know that we do have some degree programs being offered. And just a very short table of comparison between post-secondary, fast-track, and graduate certification program. So please see the slideshow. It's very simple. It's whether or not you have a degree or diploma, right? The tuition you're looking at about for the diploma, grad certificate, and certificate, it's technically the same. It's not more expensive because of the grad certificate. It just depends on the program. If the program has a lot of lab classes, or it does require a lot of hands-on activities, it would then be a little higher than usual, right? So diploma programs, I would say you're looking about 17,000 per 2 semesters, and 8,000 to 9,000 for 1 semester. Again, it would really depend on the program. For those of you who are interested in the English language learning program, this English language learning program is being offered every 3 weeks, and it consists of 5 levels. After completion of this program, this English language learning program, level 5, you can definitely join our diploma program under the condition that you get all 60% and above, which is C, equivalent to a grade C and above, without any testing, and you can join the major program. And for degree programs, it would be a little bit higher. For 2 semesters, it would come up to about $20,000 Canadian dollars, right? So just to give you a very short description of what you must prepare, how much money you must consider in coming to Canada, right? So the tuition fees for 2 semesters is about $16,000, books and equipments, $1,200, residence would be about $7,000. So this is like about for 2 semesters, right? But definitely it wouldn't range, it would really depend on you, right? Not a lot of you would choose to live in our residence. You can choose to live in a home share or a homestay. Books and equipment, not all your instructors at this time would ask you to buy the hard copy book because it's really hard to get them if you're studying from abroad. So this is why we have a very good number of ebooks that are ready, which are more cost efficient for students. Professors are providing a very good number of resources. They're providing a sheets, like information sheets for students, right? So they would not have to spend a lot on the books, right? And just to give you an idea that we have about 2,000, almost 2,000 pathways in Canada and outside Canada, right? So the pathways would be those of you who are considering further academic academic journey, you have the option to choose from 836 Canadian pathways or remaining 232 international pathways, right? So these are not just universities, but we do have different institutions, colleges, all kinds of pathways available for students. So for each program, we have a different agreement with different universities or institutions. So if you go to our website and search for a program, you will be able to navigate these different pathways available for you after you study these programs. Yeah, just an example. So for example, Business Administration International Business, this is a 3-year advanced diploma program. We have different partner institutions like Ryerson University. You could proceed to Bachelor of Commerce, Business Management. So this is, I think, ideal for students who do not have a bachelor's degree yet, but would like to pursue a bachelor's degree further, right? To get more points for their future permanent residency, right? So these are some options. Right, so I think I did give you pretty much a lot of information today. So if you have any questions at the moment, I'd be happy to answer you. Okay, so I started when it was so dark, and as you can see, it's bright now. Sun's shining here in Toronto. Right, so just gonna go see what questions we have here. All right, so let me answer it. Okay, so is it required TOEFL or IELTS score for applications to certificate? Yes, definitely. For international students, wherever you go, you would be required IELTS or TOEFL, or we also do accept Duolingo scores. These are new test scores that we've been accepting during this COVID times. So you could also consider taking the Duolingo as well, because it's more cost effective. It's only $50 US, right? If you by any chance studied in an English speaking country, or if your university offered all courses in English, if you were able to prove that these courses were offered in English, we could definitely look it up and waive your English requirement, right? The requirement for when it comes to the scores, it would be different on the program you are applying. So if you would like to know in more details, you could definitely let me know. And okay, so going on to the next question. 2 years hospitality programs include a co-op. So almost all programs being offered in colleges have a co-op, but it's a matter of different wordings, right? So business and engineering programs have co-op programs. Co-op programs are being fully paid, right? As per the government regulations. However, hospitality programs have internships, right? Co-op programs, the school does not guarantee a workplace. Even if you applied for co-op, it does not mean that you can get a workplace, right? You might end up not having any place to work in. But for field placement, you will not get full paid, but it depends on the company. If they choose to pay you a little bit, that compensation, that's great. But most of the time, the field placements are really not paid. However, the field placements are given to each and every one of the students. So this is actually part of the course, right? If they don't complete the field placement, they won't be able to graduate from that program, right? And it would be the same for early childhood education, personal support worker, massage therapy. It would have their own field placement course, right? I hope was an answer for your question. Going on to the next question. You're an Android mobile developer, you have certificates. Yeah, you did not go to university, but you have a good number of work experience. I cannot decide on that. I would have to discuss with the coordinator the coordinator will definitely let us know if you are able to admit or not. So even if you don't have that full university bachelor's degree, I think it's worth it to give it a try if you have that work experience, right? So if you're able to provide a proof document that you've been working in this kind of field in English, yes, please send it to me and we can look into your eligibility criteria again, right? Do we offer English prep courses like pre-sessional English if we do not reach the required level? Yes, that's the English language learning program that I did introduce you earlier. Do you have any partner technology companies that student can do internship there? Yeah, you know what? We do have a very good number of technology companies. Mainly, we have Samsung is our largest partner when it comes to engineering technology. We actually have a Samsung lab, and we are the only college who has that Samsung lab. So in that Samsung lab, we have the most up-to-date appliances, and the staff members from Samsung actually come in, and they're the ones who actually teach the students how to deal with these new technologies. Yeah, so we're very when it comes to partner companies, we have a very good number of them. Yeah. Going on to the next question. What are the transportation webinars in our website? Can you give a little bit more information about it? Just wondering what kind of transportation webinars you mean. So are you talking about the School of Transportation, such as automotive technician, motive power, truck and coach? I guess that's what you're interested in? Yeah, we will have a lot. If you were in campus, we would have a lot of job fairs, career fairs. So technically, we do have a lot. In the job fairs, it's not about, oh, these are the companies that are representing these areas, but they actually do the hiring whenever they come in to do the job fair, right? So I'm not sure if there is an ongoing online webinar for that program, but definitely you could check it out in our website. I could type it in the chat box later on, or let me do it now, right? So I'll just do centennialcollege.ca. Great. And sorry, I just will type in my email address. So again, my name is Minji, and my email address is this. Okay. So if you have any questions, you would like to talk to me personally, we could definitely set up a time. I could call you, we could do a Zoom meeting, or we could email each other, okay? Going back onto the next question. So can we apply for a master's degree program in Centennial College? So unfortunately, the nature of colleges, we cannot offer a master's degree program. We have the alternative for that is the postgraduate program that runs for 1 year, and you have the option to, we have some other pathways available if you want to further pursue the master's degree program in other universities. Scholarship opportunities for international students. Like I said, we have a very good scholarship opportunity at this time. So if you're considering a graduate program, I suggest you take 1 and 1 so that you could get that scholarship. So if you complete one program, the second program, without any eligibility criteria, as long as you completed this first program and you're going on to the second program, we give a $1,500 scholarship. Another good thing about that is once you get that $1,500 scholarship and you're on your second program, and then you receive a GPA higher than 3.3, you will get another academic scholarship that's worth $1,500. So in total, you could get up to $3,000 scholarship, right? So guys, now is a good time. Now is a good time, perfect timing to admit to apply for our programs. How about GPA requirement for fast track programs? No, you didn't miss it. We don't have an actual GPA requirement. However, we would definitely look into your, your entire performance. But there is no minimum GPA requirement, right? So I suggest if you have that degree program and that work experience and you really are interested to joining our programs, send me the documents, let me go over, and I could tell you in details, right? And Mazloom, I did write down my email in the chat box. So if you have any questions, just feel free to shoot me an email. Great. Do you offer media communication degree program? Yes. Oh, no, degree program? Not specifically. We do have a public relations program. Not specifically in that media and communications, but more on the business side, right? So I guess we don't have the program that you're looking for, right? Application procedure would be very, very straightforward. You don't, you could go through any agent that you want to. If not, you could just email me directly. What you have to prepare, I will write it down in the chat box. The application form. So if you email me, I could send you the application form, your high school transcript, high school diploma, university transcript if you have one, university diploma if you have one, and English test score. So now in the chat box, please make sure if your documents are not issued in English, you have to get a translation from the official translator, right? So you cannot just translate it on your own. We need an official translation. And the application fee, we don't have any application fee. If you go through us, if you go through an agent, it would be really depending on what services the agent will be giving you, right? So, however, it's also considerable to go through an agent because they'll be able to guide you with the visa processes, right? Any internship facilities during our education? Yes, definitely. For for business, of course, there is no internship facility. It would be more on, the theories, and you would go out for co-op. Internship facilities when it comes to hospitality programs. For our if you come to our hospitality building, you would be able to see we have a restaurant, we have a cafe, and we have an event space. And it's not just a small, small space. We have a very good hotel-like facility, and I think we are one of the very few. No, actually, we're the only ones in Ontario to have them, right? And we also have a hotel room for students to do that hospitality internship. When it comes to event space, the maximum capacity we can hold in our event space is about 500 to 700 people. So you can just imagine how big our facilities are. We have a very good number of lab spaces on campus for engineering programs. You just saw it in the presentation earlier, the Downsview Campus. It's just a huge campus for students to study the aviation and aerospace technology. So yeah, we do have a very good internship facility in our education. When you're looking at the arts program, we do have computer labs with computers that are set up with all kinds of software, right? So currently our arts and design programs, as long as you have a program with a laptop or a PC with an internet, you're able to use all the softwares available from our computer located in the Story Arts Center. Yeah, and for the health programs, we do have like a hospital model for that building. So actually, if there's a state of emergency in the country, that campus can also be used as another hospital building. So that's how much that's how prepared and we have a very good facilities ready for our students to prepare actually for that hands-on skills, right? Accommodation options, we do have a Centennial residence. Good thing is the residence building is actually located in that restaurant cafe building that I just mentioned to you earlier. So it's very modern and it was just built 2017. So we have a very good feedback from our students on our residence. I can definitely share you the link for that. Just Give me one moment. So let me just put it in the chat box. Check it out here. Yeah, and students have the option to, like I said, you could do homestay, you could share a house with your friends, look for an apartment on your own. So it's totally up to your budget. Okay, I think I did. Okay, so another question. Can we have a work permit during the co-op programs? Yes. So when you apply for the co-op program, when we issue an offer letter to you, you will also receive that co-op letter. So it's a little bit complicated, but that co-op letter is given to students who apply for programs that field placement or co-op is a must to graduate. For example, engineering programs, co-op is not a must to graduate. They don't need to complete co-op. So we don't give the co-op letters. But later on, if you are qualified to join the co-op program, then you can request for one. For programs that include field placements to be completed before graduation, we issue the co-op letter upon issuing the offer letter. So you could apply for the co-op letter, co-op work permit together. And yeah, just to let you know, when you apply to a Centennial College, once you send me the applications and everything looks okay, we do offer conditional offers if in case you need time for yourself to prepare for the English test. However, because the visa processes are very much delayed at this time, it's taking about 6 months, we actually ask students to prepare in advance, at least 6 or 7, 8 months earlier, so that you could get the study permit in advance, right? So the best way is to have that English test score ready when you send me the application. Like I said, Duolingo is a very good option, right? Another thing is that once you send me all the documents and you are qualified for that program, I would send you a deposit letter. So that deposit letter is a pre-acceptance letter stating that if you're a serious applicant, you have to pay a 2,650 Canadian dollar deposit. This is because there are a lot of students, international students, who would like to apply to different colleges. I definitely understand that you would like to try on different colleges, but this is just to prevent students from going one place to another. That deposit fee is not an additional fee if you're coming to our college eventually. So that $2,650 would go through your tuition account. And later on, you just have to minus that $2,650 to pay your full tuition. If you decide not to come because you decided to go to another college, or you decided not to come to Canada anymore, this is a non-refundable deposit fee. So I just wanted to let you know, make it clear that without the deposit fee, we cannot issue an offer of acceptance. So once you pay the deposit and you send me a receipt or proof that you paid the deposit, I can issue the offer letter. Okay. So I hope you don't have any questions on that. Yeah, I think I did answer pretty much all the questions. If you don't have anything else, right? Zainab?
Yes, thank you very much, Minji, for your presentation. We believe it was a really comprehensive and informative webinar for the attendees, and you put a real effort answering all of the questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, guys, staff from IEFT Talks for arranging this, and thank you to all our participants today. I hope to hear from all of you very soon, and hope to see you in Canada.
Thank you again. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well.
Okay.
Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Centennial College ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Minji'nin paylaşmış olduğu mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda sizi 5'teki webinarımıza da davet etmek isteriz. Thank you again, Minji. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope to see you again, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.